Okay, so please excuse me first of all. I'm going to tell you now I'm doing this with my cell phone and with one hand, so just be a little bit patient with me. Okay, so from the moment you get your robot, open the box up. This is roughly what your setup is going to look like. So everything is in here just like that. You got your nice little instruction manual, and that should help you through most of your things. You've got the device itself, the mopping attachment. Let's just take these all out as I go. So there's the mopping attachment, extra cloth that comes in with it. You've got a set of batteries here with the remote control. Here's your charger, here's your charging block. The actual robot itself. And then all your brushes under here. These are the brushes that will go into the front of the machine, but I'll show you how to sort that out now. And a cleaning brush that comes with it. And on this corner here, you've got the little adapter that will obviously plug into your charger to let your little robot charge. Alright then, so let's take a look at the little device itself. So, it's obviously round, it's got your modular design. If you're looking for the little dustbin, this is it here. So you just pinch that down. It slides out like a drawer function. And there's your little dustbin in there. That clips in like that. You can take a look at the underneath here. That's what everything looks like at the bottom. And this as well. You can open this up here. You see there's a little arrow to show you to put pressure. Sorry, one hand. There you go. So it clips open. So every now and again after a vacuum or two, you'll just go and tip this out in your bin. This is where everything will collect. So that's what the little dustbin looks like. Now this also comes, you can open it up here, and here's the filter. There is a spare one in your box as well. I forgot to point this out the first time around. So here is a spare filter that we do send with you. And here's the filter that sits inside. So also every now and again, when you empty out your dustbin, you just go and you bang this out outside, you shake out all the extra dust. Just makes it live a little bit longer. Alright, so there's the filter back in. And that's it. So now, if I, for example, now wanted to swap over to mopping mode, instead of sliding that back in, I would take this. This is the mopping attachment. So on top here, obviously, is the carpet piece, the mopping piece. This is Velcro on, so when you're ready to take it off and give it a wash, you can just chuck it in your washing machine. You'll just take it off with the Velcro. Sorry, one hand problems again. Let me just take this all off for you. There you go. Yeah. There you go. So there we are. See now, the whole thing is off now. It's just a whole plastic casing here. I'll put the cloth on one side for now. So this obviously clips in that way with the mop piecing face down. It's got that little drawer button as well, same story. When you want to put water in it, you just open up this little piece here, this little blue piece. There we go, and you'll put your water in straight in there. Now, this tank does take 350 ml of water. You'll see there on the marking there, it goes up to the 350 ml mark. Just let that get a bit clearer. And that's a bit better. There we go. See, so you'll fill it up to about the 300 ml mark, and you'll let her mop around. She mops around for about, maybe a bit more than an hour, so about 2 hours at a time. There you go.
Welcome to use robot vacuum cleaner.
She does have a voice in her, as you can hear, and she'll tell you whenever there's things like full dustbin. If she happens to get stuck somewhere, she'll tell you. When her battery's running low, she'll tell you. If she goes back to charge, she'll tell you. So all of these things, she'll tell you. She does speak to you. If you don't want her to, there is a mute function. You just press it on the app or on the remote or anything like that, and then she stops speaking. Okay, so easy plug and play. She's now set up. Pretty much everything's done. Before we let her run off, let's quickly attach those front bristles on. So now if you take a look underneath.
Robot off ground.
And there we go. See, bump the button with my knee, and then she tells you robot off ground. So she obviously won't work while I've got her like this. So taking a look at the bottom, here is obviously the bin. This thing is really nice when you need to clean it. This is the roller brush. So these little things here just clip off. You can open it up. Take this whole piece out, and you can actually go and shake this off outside or just give it a quick clean or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So everything will get sucked past into here, into the dustbin that's attached. So there we go, and we just put that back in. There we go. Clip this piece back on. There we go. So that does come off. It's your little wheels. Okay, this is pretty much what tells it to move. It's the little gyro that's in here. This will give it direction and everything like that. And these two little silver pieces here are what make contact with the charger. I'll show you the charger in a minute or two. Then we can take a good look at that. Alright, for the meantime though, let's put these little bristles on. If you take a look at the bristles, it actually says here on it, over there. Let's see if I can get close enough for you. There's a little R on it. means it's the right bristle. So match it up with the right wheel, and they just clip on. There we go. Grab a left one out of the box here. Oh, that's the other spare right one that we send with. And here's a left one right here. So there's the little L to show left, line it up with the left wheel, and you just clip this one on. There you go, clipped on. Okay, now she's pretty much ready to go. So let's just put it back on the floor. There we are. So then, ready to let this little lady go. Just tell her to start.
Auto cleaning.
And off she goes. Okay, there you go. So that's an auto cleaning function. She is set to do that, so you don't need to set her up with the app. You don't need to set her up with a remote or anything like that. And off she'll go. She'll clean in a zigzag motion, which pretty much means like this. That's how she'll go. So she'll clean your room like that, zigzag motion. She does have a 98% coverage rate, even before she starts building her internal map, which means she should cover roughly 98% of her house before she starts to learn it properly, even with only around about a 1% repetition rate. So she should only go over the same path 1% of the time normally. But yeah, this will obviously all depend on your house and how the mapping works and things like that. So yeah, and here she heads back. She's completed her first zigzag, so to speak. So I'll just press the top button there to tell her to stop, and then she's here by me again. Alright, so I have plugged in the batteries. Here we're ready to go again. So you've got a little remote, obviously. If I press the forward button, she'll head forward, back. So you can move her remotely, and she will turn as you tell her to turn, or whatever it is that you want her to do. If you're ready to start with the normal auto cleaning, like what we did when you just press the top button, you just press the center button to play, and she'll get going.
Auto cleaning.
There we go. So then she'll carry on with her auto cleaning. Okay, if you want her to stop, you just press the pause button again. I'm going to have her reverse all the way back to me here now because I'm feeling lazy. So there we go. There she comes back. Now she sits here. So if you take a look on the remote here, here's a schedule function. So obviously you'd need to set your time correctly, but here you can start scheduling. This is to tell her to go back to charge. And then there you go. So all of these things are for scheduling. This is to where you start setting your time. Here's where you'll start playing with your schedule, and here's where you tell her to go back to charge.
Auto cleaning.
There's your auto cleaning.
Turbo mode.
There's you changing your mode now. So now she's on a turbo mode. That's something to consider as well, is that not only does she just operate normally with a normal vacuum mode, she does have a turbo mode for things like really heavy carpets or really heavy mess areas, really disaster areas. And she's also got an eco mode so that she runs a little bit for longer, and she's still a little bit more environmentally friendly. So she does have all of those things as well.
Water tank removed. Room cleaning.
So there you go. So you can swap between all of those things as well. Room cleaning mode.
Edge cleaning.
Edge cleaning.
Water tank removed.
Yeah, so obviously she can't turn into mop mode right now because she doesn't have the water tank attached. But there we go. So that's what this one does. It'll just change between modes. So there we go. If you want to add a device, press add a device. This is confirm the home router Wi-Fi signal because a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi is required to add a device. Wrong passwords is the main reason why pairing fails. Please check your password and try again. So you can read through all of those. Okay, so when you're ready to add it, you go small home appliances, robot vacuum, confirm the password that you're going to type in there now. Just give me a minute while I quickly type in ours. Alright, so once I type in that password, it comes to this screen here, which says that we need to turn on the device and confirm that the indicator is blinking fast. Right, so if you take a look at the little lights on the top here, you can see that it's on, but now we've got to get the connectivity to start activating. So you double click the top.
Connecting network.
There we go. So now it starts blinking. See? So we're now ready to start connecting this properly via Wi-Fi so we can start using it with the app. So we just confirm there that the indicator is blinking rapidly. Press next. Okay, pretty much that's going to be how it is. So your phone will then automatically do the whole setup. It'll do the build and everything like that. Just keeping an eye on that little light. I'm not going to wake you watch all the way to 100%, but you see, there you go. That little light disappears after a minute or two once it starts building that connection.
Wi-Fi connected.
So there we go. Now her Wi-Fi is connected and that little light will stay on. So there you go. Now this little robot is added onto the app. So now using it on the app is even easier than using it on the remote. But like I said, it's not mandatory. You don't have to use it like this. Just waiting for it to load up quickly, then I can show you a bit more on the app. There we go. Right, so here you can see that the battery life at the moment is only sitting at about 31%. You can move her around the same as what you did with the remote, so they shall move forward, you know, move backwards, move to the sides, you know, everything like that. So there we go. All of that is there. You can change the cleaning strength, so there's standard, energy saving and turbo. Obviously each one will do its own power consumption, each one has its benefits and disbenefits. Turbo mode, for example, is a little bit louder, but you can already hear that that is quite a bit stronger. It's got a 3000 PA suction just using standard. So there we go, and you can hear the difference with that one. And then the energy saving is quiet mode. She's much softer like that, so you could actually even let her run while you sleep if you prefer to do that way. Alright, so then it's got a map function, so it can show you the map that it's built so far. Obviously we haven't had let this little one run very far yet, so there isn't really anything here yet. But yeah, so there's that one. You can obviously edit the name of your vacuum cleaner up here. You can do a schedule for your cleaning over here, where you can start adding your timer data and building when you want it to clean. So at the bottom here, it's got quite a couple different modes that we can take a look at. So there's the auto cleaning, which is pretty much her function that she comes default with. She starts, all of her cleaning will practically be auto cleaning unless you set her on another mode. So from then you got recharge mode. If I click that button now and I had her charger set up, which I don't yet, but I will show you this, then she would go back to charge on her own. When her battery reaches low enough as well, she'll also just find her charger back on her own. But yeah, if I click recharge mode, she'll go back to her charger. I've instructed her then to go back to her charger. Room cleaning, she will stay in a specific room that she is in. So she'll pick up and everything like that. Open plan, obviously you're not going to get it to stay in your dining room if your dining room is open plan with your kitchen. She'll just stay in that whole room in general. Edge cleaning is obviously just going around the edge of the room. So she'll clean through all the corners and things like that. Spot cleaning is really, really useful for disaster areas. So she'll clean kind of like a circular pattern. She'll make like a little spiral. But that'll be perfect, like say, for example, you've messed a bunch of sugar now in your kitchen, especially on like a certain spot. So you can set her up on spot cleaning and she'll sort that out for you. Positioning of robot. There you go. So she'll let off a little ding-dong. So this is in case you lose her somewhere. Say, for example, you've gone off to work, she's gotten stuck under your bed, and you can't find her now. You don't know where to look for her. You can't find her on the map. You just press that positioning of robot, and she'll do a little ding-dong so you can try and find where she is. A cleaning record is kept. Obviously, this is empty at the moment, except for this one piece where I've just had her moving now. But yeah, you can take a look then inside there, where exactly all she's cleaned, how she's gone, how often she cleaned, everything like that. The square meterage which she covered. And then there's a couple more things in here as well. This is the muting. So if I tell her to mute, then she'll stop giving me voice prompts altogether. There we are. And then yeah, you can change the name of your robot. We love hearing what people name their robots. We've had the most sweetest things. Our office one is just a Robi. We've had people who've called theirs all sorts of things. We've had a Gretchen. We've had Sunshine. We've had some very sweet names for our robots. Yes, so that's everything app-wise that I can think that you'd need to see. You're obviously welcome to email us or ask us on Facebook or contact us via phone if you've got any questions. And we'll be happy to help you sort everything out. Right then, so finally the last thing I can think to show you is the little charging block. So this is what it looks like. These obviously are the little pieces that will make connection with those silver parts that I showed you under the vacuum. Plug her into the wall with a 2-point socket, and then there she sits ready. Okay. So then let me just show you that she does go back to charge on her own. I've had her purposefully face me so that you can see exactly what she does when she does find her own charger. So I'm just going to tell her on the app now, recharge mode. So she picks up that she's close by, and she inches ever so slowly. She'll line herself up first, and then she'll go and dock herself. There we go, see? So because she's coming skew, she'll give herself a bit of space away. Oh goodness. Straighten herself up a little bit. There you go, now she slows in for a straighter docking.